What's up, bitches?
Kiki and I are here. We are both bitches. Hi, Kiki.
All right, spot the Shinji.
Okay, I see one.
You see it?
It is very far away. It is like about halfway between the reticle and the right side of the screen.
Yep. It kind of stands out. It's like one pixel. Oh.
Whoa.
That was like an instantaneous time of day change. God, my ears feel blown out right now.
Well, you just took a shower. Did you get water in your ears?
Well, I took a shower and then my foot slipped.
Oh no!
Like it skidded. It made the trumpet noise, or like across the bottom. Because I wasn't like gonna fall over or anything, but it was just like that, like the weight skidding made that burp noise, and so I slid into the shower head area, and the water just went up my nose.
Oh,
that's the
worst.
And it's got that weird texture. I guess water going up your nose always feels really wrong for some reason. Like something, it leaves like an after feeling that sticks around.
Your body is trying to tell you like, hey, don't fucking do that. That's not where this goes. You know, a lot of people use like those neti pots, and you're really not supposed to.
Yes, it can give you like a brain infection or something.
Yeah, because if you get an infection up in your sinuses, it's really close to your brain, so it's like not too far. It's like having an abscess in your tooth. Like it's really dangerous because of how close it is in proximity to parts of your body that can very much affect your functionality.
Dude, the head and everything is weird. We're like, Bird got like an infection in his head somewhere that spread to his tooth, so he had to get like it all like happened relatively quickly and was just shutting him down completely for like
I remember
weeks.
him telling us this story.
Yeah, and like he had to get a root canal on like one or two teeth because the teeth were ruined by the infection that didn't even come from the teeth. I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah, no, like I'm saying, like I had a friend who had like a really bad tooth infection, and they were like, oh yeah, no, this is bad. Like they had to fix it right away. But the thing that was like really unfortunate is that she had a prescription for Vicodin because she was in an immense pain, but no place would fill her prescription for Vicodin.
No.
Because she looks like a little punk, and they thought that her and her boyfriend were drug dealers. Which is like super unfortunate.
That really sucks.
She's like, I have a prescription, but she like couldn't talk because she was like crying. Her face hurt too much, and she's just like, I have this prescription. Like, please just fill it. And like, no place would fill it because she like some hysterical chick crying.
There's all these fucked up issues where like there's ongoing issues where like the pain of certain people isn't seen as legitimate as legitimate as other people's pain. Like, if you belong to certain groups, like you're a woman or you're black, then there's a weird bias in the medical community where your pain just isn't acknowledged as much. Like you're being hysterical about it, or you're just lying. And yeah, like they'll just, and like the fact that like people will just judge you based on the way you just look, like that you're dressed or whatever the fuck, and be like, they must be, this is for drugs, this is all a trick. And it's like, it's a fucking prescription. It's real. It's right here.
Yeah, dude, call my doctor. Like they exist and they will tell you.
Yeah.
It's it really frustrates me when like, because I know like I look like a little bit of a punk a lot of the time, right? But I also know that I can speak very well, and it actually makes me angry when people treat me a certain way, and then I pull out
you differently.
Yeah, then I pull out the like it's like, oh, like this person probably thinks I'm stealing. What the fuck is that? Have we been there before?
Do you see it?
A Shinji.
Yep, right there.
I also don't remember that place.
I think this is the bad district, the quarantine district, whatever it's called. Remember that said trash down there, the debris?
Oh yeah.
So I think that's the door that leads inside. So we've never been on top necessarily, but there's a Shinji right there. I have no idea where the fuck the Shinji is that I saw earlier. I really don't really know how to get there or where it is spatially.
Oh, I mean, at least you still have one on in your eyesight, so you have you have a dream.
There's always one. I do wonder how many there are.
But no, yeah, and I just hate when I pull out my like oh, I'm very articulate, I can explain myself well. This person doesn't think I'm stealing now because they're like, oh, do you need help finding something? And I'll be like, I won't, but I'll just be like, oh, well, actually, I was curious as to how you feel about like these products here. Like, could you give me a recommendation? Like some bullshit like that. And they're like, oh, and they'll talk to me differently.
Right, because they're coming at you with can I help you with something in like code for like,
oh yeah,
are
no,
you stealing?
I definitely have seen security guards follow me around, and I'm like, dude, I just have a pierced up face.
Yeah, you've also talked about going to stores with a friend of yours that you would just watch them treat.
I've seen them get profiled, yeah, because they're like some.
Because he looked like he gave off like thug vibes to people.
He's a big Mexican dude with a mean face, and it's like.
And so he would just be stalked around the store because he's definitely there to do something. We've never been up here. That's new.
Nah, it makes me mad. Even if they treat me nicely after that, I still like resent them.
Yeah.
For having that, for like me being able to fix it that way is like upsetting.
Stop fucking simping for the corporate overlords. It's fucking stupid.
Dude,
your stupid corporation won't love you back. It's teaching you to profile people.
I know.
For their bottom line. Oh god, that was weird.
It's sad that I could speak manager too well. I think it makes me upset to like know how good I am at writing corporate emails. Like I hate myself.
Here's a weird physics thing. Jump, jump. See what happened there?
It looks like you just went forward. Don't you always do that?
Jump, jump. So
what happened?
I have a double jump, and we've been over how the jump maintains momentum in the current direction you were in when you started jumping, and you can't air control at all.
Yeah.
That includes the dash. If I jump backwards, then dash forwards, after the dash forward ends, I continue arcing backwards.
Oh.
It's super weird.
That is weird.
So I tried to get up here and I was like, and then I kept going backwards and I was like, what? Because I dashed forward.
I thought you like had discovered something that would really help you, and so you showed me that.
It's just a really weird
like,
physics quirk.
That doesn't look helpful at all.
But to finish the stupid thing about because I was like, my nose, I was like, my ear feels weird. I got water in my nose. It's because after I got water in my nose and I was like, and all that bad feelings you get, I was trying to like clear my nose by like one nostril at a time, like cover it and blow on both sides. But then that just made my right ear like
pop.
Feel like not pop, but like that high pressure where it just stays.
That's the worst.
I don't know if you have that problem, but I get that all the time, and it's just there, and that makes my hearing feel sensitive and shitty. And I'm just waiting for it to go away now, and I hate it. I very often cannot pop my ears. It just gets worse.
You should. You ever chew gum for that?
I've tried a few different things, and like like jaw clenching and the gum and other stuff, and it never quite works out. I wish I could tell which ones I've bought from before, because every time I spot one of these things, I think I want it, and I'll just go all the way over there, and it won't be useful. But I probably don't have them all yet. And how do you know? Shinji has at least Shinji explodes. Get it together, vending machine.
Yeah, why don't you explode?
Every vending machine I've used before should just explode. What's the shape of crime, Love Dice?
A woman's voluptuous body. I don't know. It's just like a weird question. The shape.
By Guillermo del Toro. Like a metaphor or something. What shape does crime take?
Some crimes are a pyramid, wide at the bottom, but the solution is a narrow point.
Oh, you go up the pyramid, not down it?
Some crimes are an inverse pyramid, balancing precariously on a single point with a frighteningly wide conspiracy.
What is the width of the pyramid measure? I don't understand this graph. You really did have a lot of time up in the Idle Lands, didn't you?
Dude, if you were up in the Idle Lands for that long, you should be like a philosopher by that point. You should come down here and change the whole world. You had a lot of time to think.
I think that's why she popped back with shit like, there's the truth and then there's the facts.
Well, no,
or whatever.
That is a normal sentiment. Like, I understood what she meant as soon as she said it, because I've heard that sentiment before. I wouldn't be surprised if that was, like, pulled out in different terms in Phoenix Wright or something.
Just ripped straight out of a Sherlock Holmes story or something.
Because there's things that like objectively did happen, and then there's like interpretations that involve human beings that is all subjective, because human beings are very unreliable. The witness testimony is bullshit.
Locked. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, you're already in here.
Yeah. Sup? This computer controls that valve.
Looks like some kind of venting system for the dead zone. I guess the air is filtered so demonic corruption doesn't leak out. Sure. Opening this should send the marshals into a panic. I might be able to get into the barracks without being seen in the chaos. Oh shit. You're gonna have to like, make a dash for it. Do you remember like where that place is? Do we have a time limit? I don't know. I don't remember where the barracks were at all in relation to this.
Wow. That's quite the plan, Love Dies. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is kind of a crime.
It's a little like bioterrorism going on or something, or ecoterrorism feeling. Admittedly, everyone left this place already. It's down to like 20 people, and they're leaving too soon, so the stakes are a little low, but wow. Didn't think that's where we were going with this. I'll have to keep this location in mind. I think I was here because I was looking for like a Shinji I saw in the distance, or maybe it was just that one.
I think it might.
Oh yeah, I saw this a minute ago, and I wanted to check this out. Anything over there? Nope.
Oh no, it sounds like it hurt.
He's fine.
Yeah, no, apparently.
Oh.
Is that whiskey or crystals?
That's crystals, but that's Shinji.
Oh!
You didn't even see him.
Right for the money.
I don't think you even care.
Must be the money.
If you wanna get do-si-do.
I don't know any of the other words at all. Hey, must be the money. Dude, every once in a while I hear a song that's like school dances, middle school / high school.
19th island sequence. When you sat with me and looked at the moon.
Me personally,
that's it.
I did that.
That's the one thing that happened in that whole sequence, and we're still trying to make the perfect one.
I mean, that sounds like the perfect one to me.
Oh.
What?
You know when those records of people coming in and out of buildings?
Yeah.
It's probably this thing.
There's
probably one of those at all those locations because it's making a photo
camera.
sound.
Yeah, it's
and
pretty.
It's following me. It's really creepy. I hate it.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Legitimately dislike it. How are we still finding new things?
No, we found this already.
Did we though?
Wait, wasn't this the?
I think this is different. What?
Yeah, remember that was for the space area.
Oh, we've already been here?
Yeah, it's for the space.
How did I
land.
miss that?
You definitely saw it. We talked about it.
So we walked past it and I just missed it?
No, we interacted with it.
No, the 19th Island sequence memento.
Oh yeah, then
I thought I hadn't been here
so.
before because there was just a collectible there.
No.
That's like how you know where you've explored so far
pools?
is whether the collectathon stuff is around. Can I go in what?
Those pools of water. They're
just like around.
They're so beautiful.
Yeah, they're all placed like haphazardly, like they clip through each other. It's very like spammy.
Back when this island is like inhabited, people just like sit in these little pools. Like, oh, that sounds so fun. This is like the fanciest resort I've ever been to.
Aww.
Aw.
It's just like thrown together in unity. It's like here's a bunch of hexagons everywhere. There they go.
I've been to a lot of resorts because that's the type of vacation that my family likes to take, and I really enjoy
That's what
my
they resort
time.
to.
Yeah, yes. However, it feels a little bit phony when you go to like a Hawaii resort, and I'm like, I want to see Hawaii, or like
it's a curated fictional place that just isn't what the area is.
But dude, I hate having to plan things and make decisions, so it's very torn for me. There's a sketch of something in the dirt.
A sketch?
Like a drawing? It's been scrubbed out in a hurry.
What? Someone sketched something in the dirt on the cliff and scrubbed it out. It looks like the nightmare computer and obelisk. I thought it looked like tire tracks.
Yes. This overlooks the obelisks and the nightmare computer. Was this a sketch of what the obelisks reveal?
That's what you take? I thought this was tire tracks.
Those look like tire tracks to me.
Yeah.
Keith, that's obviously a nightmare computer. Duh.
I wonder who has a car in this game. Who could have driven here?
I mean, but she hasn't even recognized those as being tire tracks yet, so we don't have that as like evidence.
I think this might be the sketch.
Yeah, but what about the, oh yeah, see that? There we go.
Oh, there we go.
I love how they spell tire.
Yeah.
Tire tracks. This cliff overlooks the obelisks and the nightmare computer. Lydia is the only one on the island with a car.
Which is remarkable.
And also a huge, like, thing that's against her, and every piece of evidence we find is like, oh yeah, Lydia has a car.
Yeah.
Looks like this is where the remote access into the obelisk terminal was from. A nice clear line of sight. Looks like Lydia found a spot up here 2 days ago and accessed the nightmare computer that holds a secret to the second holy seal. Maybe the crime last night was set up in advance. That's pretty damning. I know we say that every time, but it's like, Lydia, Lydia, Lydia. I expected better. That's kind of a thing.
Because she knows the code to the seal. And also, what if everyone did it?
And apparently,
like we're officially done with these people.
Dang it, I was probably about to spoil something.
Why would you sketch it in the floor? Don't you have a paper?
Yeah, and then also maybe scrub it out better next time. Don't use like bright pink paint or whatever the fuck this is.
I think this is just my cool Batman sense for detecting things. I don't think your tire tracks are pink. And Shinji brought us here. What's going to happen to anyone you find guilty in the trials?
I have a bad feeling about this.
The penalty will be death. The Syndicate takes a grave view on the mass murder of the Council. Understandably so.
Know what I think? People masquerade execution as justice. The death penalty is bloodlust, pure and simple. Shinji's incredible.
Yeah, oppression. And class oppression.
What?
The people who are generally sentenced to death are of a lower societal class. This helps the elite. Oh my goodness. Helps the elite keep them in their place. Keeps the fear pumping through them.
Do you think the death penalty is right?
You can't rehabilitate the dead.
The Idle Lands helped to rehabilitate you?
Don't test me.
I'm here working for the Syndicate, aren't I?
I'm not sure doing anything to get out of exile is the same as rehabilitation. Peace.
That's true.
Deep thoughts time, bro. No, that stuff's important. It's the death. I'm very opposed to the death penalty, both because it seems what he said, where it's just like it seems like many parts of the justice system in the United States, it feels like it's just a form of catharsis and revenge as opposed to anything that's supposed to make society better. Like our entire prison system often just makes minor criminals much worse criminals and worse criminals significantly worse, while also having entire layers of organized crime that are built into the prison system itself, basically just recruiting and so on. But then there's the death penalty where, one, yeah, you're just killing people out of spite in many cases, but more importantly, there's just way too many examples of people being found innocent that were on death's row or already are dead over and over and over and over, because so at some point it's just like the death penalty represents a level of certainty that I don't think we can pretend that our justice system actually provides. So I don't think we can ever pretend. I mean, everyone can pretend, I guess, but like, you can't honestly say that our justice system is foolproof enough to be able to justify taking a life, because it's wrong all the time. I say that while like crouching through a giant skull. Is this metaphor hitting you over the head yet? Look at my cool tie-dye skull. Wee.
No, there's issues on like every facet of this. The reason like the death penalty is currently really, I feel like even people who are very much for it is immensely expensive. It is not immediate justice in any kind of way. Like I almost don't think like it's like, oh, and then this, I've heard the argument, I feel like not very like thought out, but like an argument that's like, oh well, we don't have enough room in our prisons for more people, so we should just start executing people.
Start letting all the like, marijuana people out.
Yeah, maybe we should stop like getting people on all this really
if you're worried about how
shit.
much we're spending on prisons.
And also
the fucking like 16 people in the entire country that are like universally reviled for having the worst narratives ever don't amount to anything compared to the budget spent on like the thousands and thousands of people that got caught with pot.
This is
which costs the same.
A little bit of tangent, but like, have you heard about the whole situation with the company that makes fentanyl? Have you been keeping up with that?
The what?
Company that makes fentanyl?
Oh, because isn't fentanyl used in one of the hard drugs and it's like killing people?
Well, okay, so fentanyl is a prescribed medication.
It's not supposed to be.
It's a prescribed medication made by, I want to say it's made by the people that did Vicodin, But there was like some very sketchy stuff where they basically fundamentally got like a whole generation hooked on fentanyl because they were trying to sell more fentanyl, which is like not because we live in a country where you can make money off of prescription drugs as opposed to them just being for the good of everyone.
Yeah.
So they were actually pushing fentanyl on young people, and they've caused this whole epidemic where there's a huge amount of people who have died or are very addicted to opiates because of like the company that basically very irresponsibly was just shelling them out to people who didn't need them and was like really pushing them to sell their fentanyl. This company basically got off on a $45 million bail. Like they got off super easy. Everyone's very pissed off about it because it was another situation in which the government was complicit in basically getting people addicted to drugs. There's a lot of people.
This is another thing that the game was just right about, is the fact that like so many forms of punishment disproportionately are used against people in the lower classes, whereas everyone that actually has power and does the most evil in the world also has the most power to oppose having anything actually be of consequence to them. The company that makes fentanyl is still going to exist, but it's going to like work. It's going to work towards rehabilitation programs for people, and it's like everyone involved is that's
just
always
like,
that's always token shit.
It is totally.
It's like when companies pretend that they're totally having this big initiative to have all of their like packaging be like biodegradable by 20 whatever the fuck, because like, oh yeah, we're really aware that we're like one of the top contributors to the world being completely destroyed right now, but we're gonna completely be fixed by like 20 whatever. And you look back and like they've made that promise multiple times, and we've passed the years multiple times, and they just never actually do it.
I'm just like, so like,
also the Gates Foundation.
Yeah, I don't trust anyone with money.
A very profitable supposed nonprofit, totally charity thing that's really just a billionaire's approach to rehabilitating their image to keep the guillotines at bay. Dude, no, I'm totally great. Look how charitable I am.
There are so many charities.
Look at the massive amount of money I can put towards PRing the idea that I'm charitable and helping the world.
A lot of charities are so scummy. Like my recommendation.
Whoa!
Dude, who the fuck thought that would be a profitable place to put a vending machine? But yeah, no, any if you're gonna ever donate,
I was just stalling while we talked because I don't want to pick up the hearts that I've dialogue, and I keep finding more things.
It's okay, we'll pick up everything. Yeah. I just gonna say, if you're gonna donate to charity, do your research on the charity, like actually do it.
Half them don't do anything.
Even the ones that seem like completely benign, like they will, even like world.
Oh my god, where am I?
I don't know. Just
there's always just these aspects like, oh wow, Jeff Bezos, the guy is just fucking everything up all the time. Like, oh wow, he's retiring from his job. Oh wow, I can't wait for when he starts his fucking charity foundation where he pretends to be helping the world. He
gets a bunch of tax write-offs,
and then that fucking charity foundation just makes him get more money every year.
Dude, WWF.
Because it's actually it's just like the billionaire strategy for making more money at this point, while also rehabilitating your image so that no one thinks that you're the bad guy anymore.
A lot of those charities that donate to third world countries, they're all scummy. They all take bids on like the stuff that they get to write off that year because they get to donate it. So like companies that aren't doing really well will like they will pay people money. They'll bid to have their stuff be the stuff that gets sent to these third world countries when they actually don't need this stuff, and ends up being like an accidental landfill where these people are like, oh, you've ruined our textile industry because you sent us so many fucking shirts and we didn't need any of them. Like it's just, I don't know, don't trust anyone. The world sucks. If you donate to charity, you're actually doing something bad. I'm just kidding. Just do your research. There's a lot of really good charities that actually exist. Just don't give your money to like the ones that are all big and shiny, because they probably are scummy.
Hooray. Anyway, let's sell blood crystals.
Looks like chocolate.
Maybe it is.
If you push the wrong one, I wonder if it'll take your money.
The elusive chocolate.
Ooh.
A chocolate-flavored drink only sold in remote locations. Hard to find, but worth it.
Well, obviously.
Apparently, yeah. I like that in the universe it's hard to find. 'Cause we're on that giant dome that we looked at before where we're like, we've never been up there, have we? Well, now we have.
It's beautiful.
I don't think I can climb this one. It's very steep. That dome is too steep.
You know, Keith, in life, sometimes there's just some stuff you can't climb. You know, you just have to accept this.
Actually, there's a really nice detail of that in Disco Elysium. Because 3, you spend that whole game doing, like, increasing your skills and opening various doors and poking away at this relatively dense RPG world that's just a few blocks, and like discovering more things, and like you start viewing everything as like as a lock to unlock, from like actual locks to like people that are in your way that won't do what you want them to do or won't give you the information you need because of. And you have to like try to convince them with skill checks or find evidence that'll pry them open and so on. Because like that's just like how you view a video game world with problems. Is it's like a escape room with extra steps. So just to fuck with you, there's near the end of the game there's a door that you can just never open, and it has a skill check on it that implies that it's ranked as like impossible, but it's like, but there's still a % chance, and so people will like save scum over and over again to try to open it, and it's been pretty confirmed at this point you can absolutely never open it. And like even Kim is just like, it's like, perhaps there are sometimes doors you just have to accept you cannot open, and you just have to it's just there to fuck with you and make you feel incomplete.
I kind of love that. I think that's great. A great lesson.
That game's incredible.
And for video games, you don't get that lesson very much. You get a lot of gratification. It's like this time,
you need to get it on your PS4. It's so good.
It's on my list. This looks weak. I could probably smash it with something. That's what I say when I see most people.
You look weak. I could smash you.
Just kidding. I'm not violent. I'd probably get my ass kicked if I actually tried to fight. I'm a peaceful person.
Do we have a tool using button in this game? Have I ever used a tool?
I don't think so.
How do I smash it with something? I must have to just come back, right? I assume it's just like a dialogue option, but when I have the thing?
Perhaps.
I think that's that's probably how it goes. I kind of thought we had discovered most of the world by now, so the fact that I just wandered in a direction today and we just found like 50 new things is a hell of an experience. This is locked from the other side? I thought I was on the weirder side. Oh, but that's like the inside of the dome. How fucking tall? Oh my god, look how tall the inside of the dome is.
It's beautiful.
Look how big that area is, full of ziggurats and shit and obelisks.
See? That's the gratification. What if this door cannot actually be opened?
Oh god, and they just even they even put blood crystals behind it just to taunt you.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I feel like if I ever make a game that's gonna have to make it in somewhere, and there's just gonna be all basalt columns inside, and you can't get them.
I'm trying to remember what game had like an Easter egg where it's like you can go through all this immense effort to get to this one platform up high, and it just says there's like a note on it that just says something like you're not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
I want to say it's like Grand Theft Auto or something.
Yeah, there's a few different takes on that kind of idea.
It's like, yeah, like good job, you got this. It just says a note that says you're not supposed to be here. We didn't think anyone would ever go up here.
Let's go get those couple of hearts that I saw here. I think I wandered here from somewhere else too while we were talking, but like this is like the dome top area. Look how dramatic it is.
No, this whole game is dramatic.
Yeah. Island Sequence 14. Celebration! Our warship reinvigorated one of our beloved rulers. Lost pain awoke from slumber on the dark side of the moon.
Sounds like a bad thing. I also like how there was like all the palm trees were blue. I feel like that is closer to perfection.
Look at where this
I like the blue palm trees. I'm into it.
Yeah. I'm realizing where this location is. Like, we went here in like episode 1.
We did.
Because like that's the path to HKX or KHX.
Or whatever his fucking name is.
And we're like right above that was this area. There's like one more heart like right at the front gate.
Ooh, you just go in there. Whoa! Oh!
Lucky doll. So many things get dropped during the rush to be sacrificed at the end. Oh.
It's a sacrifice land.
That's the sacrifice door. Did I forget anything on this side?
I thought it was just a Barbie doll with Crimson Acid's head just like superimposed onto the top.
Yeah, I mean, don't you want one?
Yeah. Like, no, like I would.
A Crimson Acid figure.
Yeah. I put it right next to my Mulan. The only two dolls I've ever bought. Yeah, when I was growing up, I hated Barbies. And I used to tell my neighbor that if she got me another Barbie for my birthday, that I would bury it in the backyard.
Yeah.
Because I was mean. I was a mean little kid. Sorry, Angela. I apologize to you as an adult. I did. I found her and I apologized because I was a mean kid to her.
Sorry, Angela.
Sorry, Angela, wherever you are.
It just got so specific. Your long lost apology to whoever the fuck.
Your brother peed on my video game chair because he didn't want to get up because he's
I don't
playing
think
video
Angela
games.
needs you to be doing her this way. I don't think she needs this.
I don't think she'd ever be watching this. Someone go find Angela.
So finding hey Angie. And just
Angie.
that just takes me back. You know that's God, it's like that slightly whiny kind of jock voice that happens in like old cartoons, basically. Like I started. I don't even know where it's from or if it's from
fuck are you talking
anything. I
about?
just adopted it at some point.
Yo, Angie. Like,
I don't know.
what is that?
Specifically, I was playing Monster Hunter World, and fucking Anjanath is this giant T-Rex that sprouts wings and shoots fireballs midway through the fight. And you're like,
cute.
oh my god. And I just started calling him Angie. It's like, hey Angie. And I just started.
Get over
it just
here.
It kept like flanderizing more and more until it becomes this thing where like I can't even trace it back for sure as being a thing that's from anything or not, but it feels like it's from something. I don't know. Hey Angie, get out of here. I'm not dealing with you.
You punk ass.
Island sequence 13. The shame of Lady Love dies. She is deceived by damned Harmony. He tries to let the god hunters on the island to kill us. Praise be to the Paradise Trigger for saving us. Now there's a... What's just speaking of Crimson Acid, there's just like a part of... There's like that thing where like you... It can be really frustrating to... What is that? You've been there? That's where it just was,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
that's where we just were.
You can encounter like a product that's like fictional, but you're like, but I want it. Give it to me, please.
Oh, you mean like a fake in-game product?
Yeah, like
or
a
something?
toy that isn't real or something like that, like the Crimson Acid figure. I watched this Old Spice commercial from a few years ago on YouTube, and they have there's a wolf thorn figure, and it was this little dog. It's like this little wolf, and he's wearing like a fucking like 90s gear where it's like a fucking like it's like a polo shirt with weird spots on it, and like he's got like a cap on and everything and sunglasses, and he just
Aw.
looks like a little jackass, and he's just wolf shaped like normal wolf, and he has a fucking pull string like Woody and says really stupid shit like "School's not that bad." And I'm like,
School's not
and I'm like
that
this,
bad.
and they show it. It's real, but it's probably only that one. But it's like a toy commercial for a fake toy they didn't make. And it's like, but I actually kind of want this stupid
That's
thing
a
to
bummer,
be real.
man. Why would they do that to you?
Oh yeah, wow! I keep finding more.
Ooh,
I legitimately
that's a
don't know
weird
how many are left.
Can.
Would you like? Oh, it's like David or whatever. Statue Mind. A fruit juice designed to aid concentration during worship, offered at a discount price during rituals.
I've seen the statue of David in real life.
Have you?
Yes.
Where even is it?
That's Italy.
I forget. I've never been to any part of Europe. Or
they,
Asia.
They sold. Oh.
I believe this is the sacrifice
Yeah.
room.
But it. Yeah. Probably.
Listen how chill this music is.
As there's just like blood dripping everywhere.
Yeah. Specifically, all the because you can toggle it. You can have it playing all the time, or you can have it how it is right now, which is that right now it always comes out of speakers. There's speakers across the whole island, and those are where the music comes from.
You can
So
either,
this is actually in this room. The sound. It sounds like the fucking elevator music from Portal a little bit, like that tone, but like, and it fits even less now.
I mean, I just imagine like you're about to be sacrificed, and this is the music that's just like, as you're walking up to the place to get killed, this is just like the music playing. Kind of gets you in a mood.
Moonlight Petal. Expert terraformer and architect, built the eternal labyrinth in a dead star, killed during the great betrayal in her endless city in Siberia. Her corpse is currently buried deep within the Russian catacombs. Oh yeah, the other one is the figure that's teased and it's not real anywhere. Is I want the fucking I want the what's it called? The monster from Death Stranding.
Oh yeah.
The second zone one. That's like it's like a butthole lion or whatever the fuck. Its face opens up and it's like gold and it's like a nightmare. because you get the figurines in your room, but you can't act. There's no figurines of any kind of those creatures anywhere, and I'm like, God damn it! But it looks cool.
It's like army men, but cool.
Yeah.
Because they have like the little individuals carrying packages and stuff, and you can like have a whole play set going on with them.
And I'll get curious here and there and I check, like, yeah, there's no like merch of any kind for this game. Beautiful Spectre. Master of the Astral Hunt, the unending skeleton, scourge of the Caliber solar system. There's a lot of sacrifice spots here. It's pretty fucking gross. I don't know, if you're gonna sacrifice a bunch of people, you at least try to keep the blood inside the pool. So this is just wasteful.
They make it look like a big old party. Like, it's kind of fun in here.
Having a death party. It's like the scene from the second Matrix movie with more stabbings. Remember the infinite orgy?
In the Matrix?
Yeah.
I haven't seen the Matrix in such a long time. Actually, like I said,
have you ever seen the
unpopular
sequels?
opinion. No, I don't even like the first one. I don't like the Matrix.
If
guys,
you haven't seen them in a
sorry.
long, they might age better if you saw them again.
I don't know, man. Like, I was super not into it.
Destroyed Eden, a huge centaur god that roams space. He made a crown of asteroids and filled the caves with harems of fanged men he encountered on a dying planet.
Ooh, harems of fanged men. That's cute.
There's a massive orgy in one of the Matrix movies. Oh, is that the centaur guy with his asteroid crown? Look at the pose he's making. Oh, there's another. That's easier to look at.
Is he like whistling?
I'm trying to. It's hard to get in. God damn it. He's like, like his head's like rolling back and his arms like by his face. They really do just chaotically strew everything around. It'll be relatively hard to be even sure that I've found all these, because there's so many.
I mean, what if you...
Vile embrace. The horrifying twins journeyed across the stars to find new races to dissect. A carnal god whose worshippers engage in extreme sex. I'm sensing a theme. That theme is family.
Disgusting.
It's really a movie about family.
Usually if someone says that about a movie, it's a movie I don't like.
I can't remember if that was Star Wars or Fast and Furious or both.
Wait, it doesn't really count for either. Like, I feel like that's not a good description.
No, you're in the family, bro. We're all in the family, looking out for each other.
The Godfather.
In this crime life of driving.
The
or whatever
Godfather
the fuck
is a
happens
movie
in
about
Fast and
family
Furious.
that I can get behind.
I still haven't watched. I never got around to watching Fast and Furious to the point where the movies supposedly start getting really good.
I don't. I mean,
people like
do they actually get good?
I feel like they went from this like ironic joke, like these are these stupid movies, whatever, to being like, wait, but they're so stupid now that they're incredible. Around like 5, 6, 7 or something, and now they're like 10 deep, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. But like, I saw Tokyo Drift and I hated it. Like, I think I saw the first one at some point too, and it was not really much. But Tokyo Drift was just like unwatchably boring and irritating. And it's like, wow, look at these cool cars doing cool maneuvers. They're all CG though. They're just video games cars pretending to do cool maneuvers. So it's like fucking boring. From what I remember.
No, just watch Redline, the
did.
anime movie.
We did. It ends really weird.
I know. I was maybe talking to the audience.
The ending is so strange.
Redline is good.
I don't think I liked it as much as I thought I would like it.
Yeah, it's okay.
The style is really cool, but the actual plot and the things it kind of sets up and doesn't do much with. Shinji. Speaking of setup. The stuff it kind of sets up and doesn't necessarily do anything with is weird, and then like the ending is so strange and abrupt, and it's the entire female character's treatment throughout the entire thing is a little weird. You're like, did you need to though? And like the final shot is, what? What is? That's how it ends.
Dude, no, I just like it's a
All the car animations are neat.
when I watch it, I just get hyped. Like
Yeah.
it's like a.
That's all it is. It's like 90 minutes of hype.
Oh yeah. I'm not looking for a good plot. Like I'm
Yeah.
looking for a beautiful animation and then a hype ass fucking like I'm watching it. And I'm getting all amped. I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's like I don't know. I just just get excited.
There's an awful lot of random crap scattered around the island, isn't there? That's a weird place to say that, Shinji.
The vignettes of lives once lived.
That's a poetic way of saying trash.
You're trash.
You're just scooping it all up, aren't you?
The answers to mysteries are everywhere.
Sorry, I'm keeping you from your hobby of collecting garbage. Don't let me interrupt.
You want to come with me, Shinji?
He's making fun of me for picking up all the hearts that just give me random random sentence that has nothing to do with it the rest of the game.
We like our garbage.
Hello.
Shinji. Those look like.
This isn't very useful because I can just fly basically.
Maybe they weren't expecting you, but there's that one you can't get into.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, these controls seem to move the walkways across the pools. I wonder if I can find the right combination to let me cross.
Walking away. Blah 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 blah. Dicka-dacka-dee-dagga-doo.
Oh.
That one seemed to move 3 of them. That's kind of dick. Don't love that you just did that. That moved to.
Do.
This moves for.
Do.
This one'll be 1. No, it's 2. Fuck. Oh, it's gonna be the hard version. Damn it. In Torghast in World of Warcraft, they have this puzzle, but it's always 1, 2, 3, 4, but in a random order of how many. Like this one will move 4, that one will move 1, and blah, blah, blah. So all you do is you just press the 4 one over and over again until the one that's only moved by 4 is in the right orientation. Then you press the 3 one over and over again, and then the 2 one. This one's gonna be harder. So that is all these ones. Okay, so the first one moves all of them except for 2. We'll call it 1, 2, 3, 4. So first one is not 2. Second one is 1 and 3. That one's a full 4, so that one blows. And this one's just the first 2. So 1 gets moved by like all of them. Okay, so
I don't know exactly where you're even trying to go.
this is the pain in the ass to memorize. I just want to link them all up because it's here.
Well, yeah.
The puzzle's presented, so I want to do it.
But I just don't know, like that
like
last
3
one.
So 3 is all 4.
Okay, I guess it just make a clear pathway. That's
1 and 2. So they all move 1. So that's right? They all move 1. Okay.
Oh, so you're super close. You've seen that last one, but that's not gonna. I don't think there's any that just does that one.
Well, I'm not trying to solve it yet. I'm trying to memorize what they do. A smarter person would write this down, but
I mean, writing this down seems like more of a hassle than just sitting here and playing with it for enough times.
But it's just
He keeps reaching for his notebook.
Do we have a Paradise Killer page in this thing yet?
I don't think so, but I don't really know if we've super needed one.
I haven't been taking notes lately.
This game takes pretty
games.
comprehensive notes for you.
Satisfactory Paradise Killer. Lydia Daybreak. Fruity perfume. Homemade.
Yeah, because I thought that'd be relevant, but it never came up again.
We wrote that at the beginning of the game.
I was like so sure that would come up later. Dude, if it does, I'll be excited. I don't think it's gonna, to be honest, now that I know how this game works. But.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Do. I don't know what's
I can't keep it straight in my head. I have to write them down so I can solve it. So I can't remember what they all do. So the first one is 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm just gonna color in the 1. It's 1, 3, 4, right? I just said 1, 2, 3 wrong just now, right? Yeah, I wrote it down correctly, but said it wrong. I do that a lot. So a lot of audience are like, "What did you do?" I'm like, "No, I'm fine. I got it. It's just I said the words wrong." So that's 1 and 3. Yeah, that's the stupid one. So 3 is all 4 of them. So I just drew a 4x4 grid, and I'm filling in which ones are moved by 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1 and 2.
Oh. You solved it on accident, and she tells you.
I just finished.
You wrote it all down. It's okay, Keith.
The fact that was incredible. I just sat there and I was just pressing each of them once so I could write down the diagram. And when I finished the last button pressed for the last part of the diagram, it solved the puzzle. What the fuck?
You just got really lucky, I guess.
I just solved it on accident. It's like we played Escape from some Japanese house or whatever the fuck it was called. The House Kyoto or something with this escape room I played with, like, I think it might have been Colonel Effie and Marty or something, and we found like some combination thing on the side of a wardrobe, and Effie was just pressing the buttons, so anyway, I was gonna like try to keep track of what the things were so we could figure out what the puzzle was, and then it just opened. And he was like, oh, never mind. We did it.
You know, you're a master puzzle master, Keith. You cracked the code without even trying. That's how, like...
What was even the point of that? I don't even know yet. Let's find out.
I don't either. This is the thing is, I was like, I don't know where this goes.
So there's the ramp. Hello, heart. Faulty warship stamp obtained. What? When a citizen completes their allotted warship quota in a day, their report card is stamped? It is also stamped for over warship?
If you're being too much of a tryhard, like, you'll get docked
You
points.
can over warship?
The gods don't like
They have a
tryhards.
warship report card? I definitely could have just jumped across. Because I have a double jump and a dash now. But you know, a puzzle's here and I wanted to solve it, but then I just pressed buttons, I guess.
I mean, that you still solved it. Mission accomplished.
I just didn't get satisfaction. And we all leave satisfied. Hello. The thing that's actually here.
Do.
Hello. Do.
I keep hearing. You hear that noise too?
It's like weirdly windy even though I'm indoors.
No, it feels like a monster breathing.
A monster that doesn't take breaths. Like the House of Leaves.
For some, okay, you know what it is? If I only have one headphone in, for some reason, if I just have the right one in, I hear like a monster breathing. But maybe it's just that one spot. Just every once in a while, I just hear like a like I heard it a lot right there. Great. It sounds like a monster breathing.
It's interesting how the two ears sound different, kind of.
Yeah, you get different input in both. I don't know.
It's definitely just like the whistling of like high altitude winds doing their thing.
I think I'm just catching a lot of the bass. I'm just hearing like that.
Oh, hey. Shinji's also in the Syndicate graveyard, which is where we are.
He's everywhere.
He's everywhere.
And honestly, this is a pretty cool place. I can see why you'd want to hang out here.
So this is probably what we saw from the other side of that door earlier. Ooh. Wait, how'd these birds get in here?
Is that what you...
That was no. My reaction was that a great song just started.
Oh, okay. I was trying to figure out what you were reacting to. Yeah.
Here's the door we found earlier.
I unlocked it.
I did it.
I'm glad you remembered, because it'd be a pain in the ass. Like, have to go through all that again.
Song's so good. Multiple hackable terminals. He's so great. I need to get this. I need to send Andrew that audio so he can put it on his soundboard.
With the ha 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 little laughing
His laugh.
cackle.
It's so good. It's a real shame about the murder, isn't it? Hard to have a good time when everyone's so worked up. I'm trying, though, I really am. I'm off to hunt crows.
he
Found them.
didn't. Yeah, I was gonna say he didn't really want any feedback for that. He's just telling you about his day.
Yeah. I don't want solutions, I just want to complain.
Honestly, that's an important lesson for people to learn. You just gotta let people complain sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes you're just venting about something and people
It's
like try
annoying
to
when
solve
people
your
try to
problems
solve
and
it.
you're like, shut up.
It's like,
Oh.
ooh,
Oh.
this is the grave. This is
Oh.
the grave of Aiz Kiwami. He was old school syndicate and one of the council members. The grave plaque says he died 25 years ago. There's an inscription: Heartbreakers, lifesavers, love takers, don't you mess around with me.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
And brothers under the cosmos.
You're a heartbreaker, lifesavers,
Lifesaver.
and brothers under the cosmos. There's not enough syllables.
Dubba-dubba-doo. Pat Benatar is hot. Dude, Pat Benatar is so cool. No. That one's always gonna be confusing to me because they don't actually make the shape of the
Yeah, it's a little
figures. Yeah, it's very interpretive. This whole one is very interpretive.
weird. It's pretty easy though.
Yeah, circle head. I didn't know. You did I forgot how you did this one last time.
I don't think you ever mix different ones together.
No, you
do
don't. But I'm trying to remember what symbol represents his face. Is it the first one? The first one on the bottom? Weird squiggly?
Ah, that one was wrong.
Oh, alright.
There it is.
Oh, okay. Those arms are better.
Yeah, it doesn't actually make much sense. Oh well. We're hacking a grave. It seems like a problem.
It does. Why is there even a
Whoa.
block on the grave? Aiz Kiwami's blood vial. This island is built on blood. Blood connects all secrets.
Apparently, and we're just stealing blood.
What about Henry's blood?
Got it.
Damn. A match. Aiz was Henry's father. That's exciting. I fucking knew that already.
Yeah, I feel like we've known this from the beginning, but
I called it
I guess now
immediately.
we have proof instead of heavy implication. It wasn't even like calling it. It's like it felt like the game just basically told us.
Well, no,
Like there was such a direct correlation between like the dates and the fact that they had an adopted son and everything like that, that it was just like, who else could it possibly be? But
Yeah,
now we have literal concrete proof for the first time. But
I
it was
just
like
remembered that.
it was too obvious though.
The birth record. So I was like, oh yeah, no, that's right. Check like in the information, it just has it all like listed.
It's kind of just like the gap between like narrative proof versus like in-universe proof. It's
Well,
like
this is like a game about taking someone to court. So you
yeah,
need like,
like in the universe we need more concrete proof, but given like basic narrative ideas, like that was such a strong correlation that's like, I mean, what else would it be? There's like 12 characters.
we're just talking about the fallacy of like speculative evidence in proving someone guilty enough to put them to death. So I guess it is good we're getting like more hard evidence because we just had a whole discussion about this.
Yeah, we're anti-death penalty. Also, let's go kill someone.
Well, I mean, it's a game. It's okay.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. That gives Henry the council blood. He needs to break the blood lock on the third holy seal.
A sample of blood taken from the grave of Aiz Kiwami.
It's like it's in a grenade.
At what point am I the one doing crimes and then I got executed for grave robbing?
That's the sequel.
You are very short, ma'am.
Well, yeah.
Itty bitty. Where are all these butterflies and crows coming from? Crows, crows, crows. The creators of a whirlwind heist. He's got dorky horns.
He does, yeah, he's little stupid little baby horns.
Stupid baby horns.
It's like the 7th one, and then the 5th.
Oh, there it is.
6th
I was
one.
like, it's like, where's the ones on the right?
And then you need a star. And it's gonna be the first one, and then that one. There we go.
Ticka-ticka.
Ticka-ticka-ticka-ticka.
Grace bloodlines. Blood vials are sealed in a coffin so they can't be used illicitly after death. Why is one last kiss directing me to Grace bloodlines blood vial?
Oh, did she tell us that? Because I don't remember. She
Who was One Last Kiss? Is
that was my lady that I keep bringing up.
Oh yeah, I don't know what she said at all.
In the first episode that we never ran into
That
ever
was so
again.
long ago.
This is the grave of Grace bloodlines. Henry's murder victim from when he was arrested. Starlight can verify this is her blood vial.
Haunted, complex, crescent, drifting sands, satellite.
That's her unique blood code. This is Grace Bloodline's blood vial.
That's strange.
Why does One Last Kiss want me to find this?
Oh
She came
my
back!
god!
Fact. But are they the truth?
Do you understand, investigator? Starlight confirms this is Grace Bloodline's blood vial. Haunted, complex, crescent, drifting sands, satellite. That's the blood code from the vial, correct? You could only know that code if you were Grace Bloodlines, our chief exorcist. You were murdered by Henry when he was arrested. Oh my gosh, that's drama. Those are the facts, but are they the truth? What keeps someone from moving on? An obligation? A purpose? An unending rage? Your murder was set up. Or was it the wrong place at the wrong time? Who can say? The truth is all about you, investigator. You should read this. What is it? The official report of the murder of Grace Bloodlines. What about the Holy Seals? I've been waiting for that question. Do you know something about them? Another time, investigator. Wait, I'm not done with you. Investigator, aren't you happy about last night? Hard to be happy about a mass murder, as that depends on your perspective. You have benefited directly from this mass murder. No more exile for the great investigator.
There is corruption on this island, investigator.
There is corruption on this island, investigator. Demonic taint is the least of our worries when the syndicate is rotten. The council deserved nothing less.
Sure.
Sounds like you have motive.
There is corruption on this island, investigator.
As the syndicate is built on dead bodies, egos and ambition can only be sustained by death. I'm a casualty on the path, left to bleed out to someone's benefit. Can you imagine what benefit that would be, investigator? Dude, French is not an accent I know that well. I'm like, I took French in high school, but I don't.
That doesn't give you an accent.
It doesn't. The council deserved to die, sliced to ribbons. I don't think that's concerned. I don't think that's an admission. I think she's just stating what happened.
She's just very much in favor of them dying like Henry.
Tell me about this corruption. As the syndicate is full of plotters and conspirators. So many of them have their little games. Last night someone played the winning hand. Pursue her knowledge. Do you know who did it? Yes and no. I have some answers, but not all. Where were you at the time of the murder? I have no alibi, investigator. You're the only person on the island that knows I exist. Yeah, I mean...
Don't test me.
And did you murder the council? Of course not, investigator. They deserved to die, but they deserve to be murdered by someone else. I have a vested interest in the whole system coming down, not just the top players. If I may offer some advice, the syndicate are all backstabbers. If you believe there is a conspiracy, break one of the suspects at trial. They'll crumble and turn on each other. I look forward to our next conversation, investigator. I do hope you have more interesting questions.
They will crumple and turn on each other. A new suspect. Look at her leggings, or like where.
She's wearing like a dress, but it's like form-fitted.
It's like a dress that's really, really folded into her V at the moment.
I mean, yeah.
Because it's like, yeah, look how wide it goes.
It could just be like really wide-legged pants.
Yeah. An unknown player in this madness. Who is she, and what does she want?
She disappeared. She's a spirit lingering in this world, driven by rage and revenge. Perfect. There's more to her death than the official story. If she was murdered as part of some kind of plot, that gives her real motive for killing the council. Let's look at the report of her murder. Henry became possessed, and the arresting officer was Akiko. Akiko requested the presence of Grace Bloodlines, the syndicate's exorcist.
I have a bad feeling about this.
During the exorcism, Akiko left the room and Henry took the opportunity to kill Grace by strangulation. His demonic strength allowed him to break through his restraints and quickly kill her. He apparently carved the same symbol scorched into his skin into Grace's body. Before his arrest, Henry murdered his own mother, Rena Division.
The Rena Division.
Like this.
He strangled her and scorched her body with demonic sigils. Doom Jazz examined the bodies and confirmed it. Henry was subdued, arrested, and pronounced guilty without a trial. Illegal. One Last Kiss seems to think this isn't so straightforward. I needed to speak to Akiko about the lapse in procedure, and Henry to see if he remembers anything, which is unlikely. Maybe Doom Jazz can help since he examined the victims.
It seems like someone's leaning in on the idea, like they might have made the mistake of using Henry again recently as like the excuse to kill people, because it's just like a usable cover, because he's already just seen as guilty, and he doesn't have memories to contradict anything because of what happens anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
so he can
he's
just get away with all sorts of things in that time.
He's so defeatist that he's just kind of like, it could be me, whatever. Like, like
Yeah.
I'm like stuck here forever anyway. So, like, he would be a pretty good person to blame because he's really not going to defend himself very much.
I'm listed as a syndicate.
I think you are. Yeah.
Yeah.
You always were. You just were the one that got in trouble.
She's not here still. So she's a new suspect, but she's still not. Yeah, she's not a member of the syndicate. I guess because she's dead or something.
Well, like she this whole time she hasn't counted as like a character.
Yeah. And she's here now though, so she's listed as a suspect in here, along with basically every character. We need to cut them down. It's funny because I was kind of getting worried, like, oh no, is this game going to be over soon? We're like running out of dialogue with those different characters, and it's starting to feel kind of conclusive. And then this fucking happens. I find this whole zone we've never even been to yet, and suddenly she's added to the list of suspects and so on. It's like, we're gonna blow this shit wide open, brah.
Yeah, that's like, I mean, we had a lot of information already.
Hey.
Hey, like let's look at her dress.
Is she just around now? Like she's on the map finally. She wasn't previously a waypoint.
Maybe she will from this point on.
So I just had to solve this area. Because I think you can I think you can just end the game whenever you want to, basically. Kind of like Her Story, but with an ending. Because in Her Story, she's like, I don't know, did I do it?
Well, no, but
I have another game we might play one day where you have like, you do the full-on like yarn board conspiracy. Like physical yarn boarding.
Oh, cool.
To do a conspiracy, and just like Her Story, you just kind of have to decide when you think it's over. Because it's not entirely clear.
I mean, I think that's yeah, I think she's wearing pants. I think, I'm confused. I don't know.
It's a little hard
That's
to say.
dress.
Yeah,
That's a dress.
I think it's a dress, but she just kicked her leg out in front and crossed it.
Yeah, I think so too.
But it's a hell of a look.
Quite a pose.
One last kiss. Well, I guess we'll talk to her next episode, huh?
Yeah, I love her.